Chapter 6, Rigged Reality Show, Shelley forced to prove herself on stage. In the last chapter, Shelley was forcibly pushed into the center of attention by the production team. She was suddenly thrown into a girl group, and before she could even rehearse properly, she was assumed to be the leader. Truly a case of sitting at home and getting hit by a flying pot. And all of this was just another example of the entertainment industry's mantra. Bad publicity is still publicity. On stage, the host immediately hyped her up, calling her the ace of Dingsheng Entertainment and directly naming her as the team leader. Problem was, Shelley had no idea about any of this. She was completely stunned and considered pretending to be clueless to get through it. But just then, PD Victor Lee, with his sharp eyes, noticed something off. The group dance was supposed to be 6 members, but there were 7 on stage. A quick check revealed the truth. A last-minute roster change had forcibly inserted 1 extra person. Yes, Shelley? Victor confronted them. Time's tight. Can you handle this? This exposed the team's fatal flaw. No time, no synergy, stage disaster imminent. The other members nervously responded. They weren't completely confident, but would try their best. A small relief for the team, at least. Victor, however, wasn't about to let it slide. A sudden idea struck him. Since the choreography was originally for 6, why not have 1 person perform solo? And the person he pointed to wasn't anyone else but the leader, Shelley. Shelley's heart practically stopped. The other members were furious. Why should we take the fall? Victor smirked coldly. If you can be the leader, your singing and dancing must be excellent, right? This was a blatant, forcing the crown move. The scene shifted. Small birds flapped in their cages, chanting, Director Lee. Staff panicked over a potential broadcast mishap, but Victor remained unfazed. Instead, he snapped, Broadcast mishap? Ha! What matters is attention, positive or negative. If it draws eyes, it's success. He immediately ordered trending topics manipulation. Buy hot searches, boost hashtags, and selected Victor scolds Shelley, leveraging his own fanbase to naturally amplify controversy. This pushed Shelley into the black hot spotlight. In showbiz, black or red, any attention is still red. Back on stage, Shelley was still in a daze, internally cursing. What have I done to deserve this? Being thrown in is one thing, but now the leader's blamed too? This is a dead end. Just then, a teammate grabbed her, reminding her to answer Victor's question. Before she could react, Victor mocked. Looks like leader Shelley is full of confidence in herself, huh? Thankfully, inspiration struck. Shelley activated her rainbow technique. A professional wink paired with a firm declaration. I won't let you down, Teacher Victor. Outwardly confident, inwardly panicking, she even questioned herself. Was Shelley in the original story truly a villain? Otherwise, why would this poor beauty have to suffer so much? The scene shifted. Shelley and Brandon's couple phone cases lit up, immediately followed by Shelley's trending topic notifications. Black or red? The path ahead remained uncertain. Chapter 7. Shelley was just a filler? Her stunning sword dance shuts down all the hate. In the last chapter, the stage chaos never seemed to end. A group dance originally meant for 6 members now had an extra airdropped guest, Shelley. Judge Victor directly confronted them. You're adding someone at the last minute. Can you really pull this off? But the real blow came when he singled out Shelley for a solo performance, thrusting her into the spotlight. The camera cut to the stage. Shelley hadn't stepped out yet. From backstage, she watched her teammates perform, quietly sighing, Ah, what a pity. I wanted to do a sexy dance too, a seemingly casual remark, but it caught the backstage staff off guard. This was unintentional, effortless sexiness. A staffer asked, Have you decided what to perform? Shelley nodded firmly. I've decided a long time ago. As soon as the words left her mouth, the reaction was instantaneous. Everyone backstage froze. She was going to perform. A sword dance? Backstage. Huh? Fans on the live stream went wild. Nepotism riding the hype, get her off the stage. Victor dares to call it out. Support resisting the shady manipulation. Who the heck is Shelley to parachute in like this? The controversy immediately shot Shelley to #1 trending. Meanwhile, Brandon's assistant quickly reported, Shelley is trending. Should we suppress it? Brandon glanced at his phone calmly and dropped a bombshell. She's not a minor celebrity, she is. Turns out, the two were in a business-arranged engagement. Shelley had repeatedly instructed, Don't publicize it. I don't want to be attacked by obsessive fans. The assistant nearly lost it, muttering inside, Boss, which little sorceress has got you under her spell? Even more shocking, the trending topic wasn't pushed by haters, it was purchased by the production team and her agency. Brandon narrowed his eyes and commanded coldly, Don't suppress it, keep an eye on the stage. The assistant nodded, outwardly calm, but inwardly was dying to witness the chaos live. Assigned to follow up on the work instead, the assistant obeyed, yet heartbroken inside. Back on stage, the audience chewed watermelon while urging the performance, even tossing the rinds as impromptu cheering props. Victor watched coldly, thinking, Shelley, let's see what tricks you've got. Suddenly, the music blared. Center stage, Shelley appeared in a striking red and black outfit, high ponytail wielding a long sword. The sword sliced through the air as she launched a Chinese-style sword dance, exuding fierce energy. No sexy dance, just a sword, and it stunned everyone instantly. At that moment, all the mockery stuck in the audience's throats. Black or red, any publicity is good publicity. Do you think Shelley can turn the tables with her sword dance, or will the production continue to use her for hype? The livestream and comment section are waiting for your verdict. Chapter 8. Main heroine meets Shelley? Cannon fodder crisis triggered. In the last chapter, the audience munched watermelon and seeds while urging the performance. Victor glared coldly at the stage, thinking, Let's see what tricks you've got. Shelley, however, stole the spotlight with her fierce Chinese-style sword dance. The crowd was stunned. This chapter, Shelley's performance escalates, dual swords crisscrossing with swish, swish, swish in perfect X-shaped slashes, ending with a clean mid-air spin. The audience erupted. Her teammates were either shouting praise for her cool moves or staring in disbelief. How can this rich girl do this? On the judges' panel, some clapped enthusiastically, while others teased, Victor really knows how to spot talent. Victor, however, grew darker by the second. When asked if she had martial arts training, Shelley blurted out instinctively, I've been practicing for 20 years. Inside, she screamed excitedly, Power Shelley on stage. But then reality hit. Wait, she's just a cannon fodder supporting character. How could a rich, ornamental girl have trained since age 3? Her character's credibility was at risk. Thinking fast, she corrected herself. Yes, I started training at age 3. Victor looked skeptical, but the other judges found it refreshing and praised her unique presence. As the judges deliberated, Shelley suddenly met the original story's heroine, Ruby. The little girl timidly tugged on Shelley's sleeve to introduce herself. Shelley froze. Oh no, the canon heroine! Cannon fodder characters always die in this scenario, but Ruby didn't follow the script at all. Full fangirl mode activated, she gushed, You're beautiful and strong. Shelley's panic skyrocketed. Retreat, retreat, she stammered. Thanks. Yet Ruby's pure admiration melted her heart. Could the heroine in the story really be such a sweet little angel? Shelley's mind raced with dramatic scenarios. Overthrow the protagonist? Pretend to faint and escape? Cling to a big-name ally? Or the wildest, follow the male lead's path to leave him no way forward? In reality, she chose the simplest option, greet Ruby actively, only to be showered with compliments, leaving her utterly flustered. Meanwhile, Victor announced the performance ratings, but seeing Shelley and Ruby holding hands, his anger flared. He coldly threw out, Any objections to the results? The atmosphere instantly ignited again. A pink-dressed blonde girl raised her hand to question the judge. Did you catch the Shelley's-Ruby interaction? Are you shipping heroine's cannon fodder? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Chapter 9. Shelley vs. Ivy Battle. Flower vase versus real talent explodes. In the last chapter, Shelley stunned everyone with her Chinese-style sword dance. Her crisp, decisive movements even won over the story's original heroine, Ruby. Shelley's flower vase image on stage completely collapsed, and her little interactions with Ruby sparked a series of wild ideas. Maybe it was time to win over the heroine's strategy. This chapter, the stage tension escalates even further. A girl dressed in pink and white publicly questioned the rating results. The team captain performed so well, why only a B? Shelley felt suddenly implicated, wondering if some secret minions were trying to stir trouble behind the scenes. During the discussion, Shelley mentioned that Ivy had been a team captain before. Thinking about the ratings, both Ivy and Ruby were in Class A, Shelley boldly proposed a battle with Ivy. If I win, I'll give up my spot. Ivy expressed concern and accused Shelley of questioning the teacher's judgment. Shelley denied this, instead cleverly framing it as, "You support me and stand up for me. We face this together. No one fights alone." She called out for a fair, open PK, exposing the subtle tricks of the girl in pink and bringing the fight into the open. Class A only has 7 spots. We're not stealing anyone's position. Since you suggested it, let's battle. Before she could finish, Victor interjected, "But the ratings are already done." In his mind, he was secretly annoyed. Ratings are finished. Don't try to steal the spotlight. The director, furious at Victor's interference and the missed opportunity for hot content, shouted, "Let them argue. Let them battle." The staff reminded the director that program popularity relied on Victor's influence, but he pressed the button anyway, shouting into the walkie-talkie. Several judges nearly had their eardrums blown out. Thanks to this chaos, the team decided to go ahead with the battle. Victor grumbled about wanting to block the director. The mentors warned that losing the battle could lower ratings even further, but Shelley confidently accepted the challenge. The extra competition tested singing, dancing, and rap skills. Ivy stepped up, full of confidence. "I'll show you the difference between a flower vase and a true talent." Ruby cheered for Shelley, giving her a beauty skill intelligence plus 20% buff in her mind. Shelley thought, this win over the heroine strategy is totally worth it. Shelley even hugged a cardboard cutout of Ruby, shouting, "Heroine, don't stop. Activate the ultimate cheat." She joked about the male lead hiding in the corner, but suddenly chaos erupted. Victor sneezed and someone joked that he had been cursed. Then he asked, "What is Ivy performing?" The staff replied, "Backstage changing costumes, performing Meow 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 together." Shelley panicked. "This song isn't licensed by the show." The most fatal problem for a talent show, copyright issues, appeared, threatening the entire performance. Will Shelley win the battle against Ivy, or will Class A's skill crush her? The stage is set. Comment below with your predictions. Chapter 10. The Copyright Crisis. 5 minutes ago, in her pink practice room, Shelley was humming and dancing, suddenly realizing that the melody she was singing was almost identical to Pink Girl. She remembered how she nearly missed it once because of the tempo, and how singing Pink Girl non-stop for 5 years left her with a physical aversion to it. Still, her body remembered the moves and melody instinctively. Excited, Shelley rushed into the studio and asked the staff for the backing track of Heartstorm Rain. But the staff shook their heads. "That song belongs to Liu Entertainment. The program doesn't have authorization. You can't perform it here." Shelley froze. Hit hard by the copyright problem, she felt like her plans had crumbled. Outside the door, someone eavesdropped and immediately called someone else, chuckling. Shelley just hit a major roadblock. Meanwhile, on stage, Ivy was performing. The mentors commented, "A bit fake, but still cute." Then they turned to Victor for his opinion, but Victor wasn't focused. His mind wandered. When did Shelley learn martial arts? That stance wasn't improvised, but if she was that skilled, how did she die last time? Pulling himself back, he decided to keep watching before making judgment. Deep down, he swore, "This lifetime, I won't let Shelley harm Ruby." Shelley, on the other hand, felt completely petrified when she realized the song she wanted to perform had no license. In her mind, she pictured herself in a pink dress belting out high notes, but immediately thought, wait, even a cappella might be a copyright issue. Finally, she decided, I need to ask the producers what songs we're licensed to use. She hurried off, nearly bumping into a man in a blue suit. He reassured her with a quick, "The task will be completed." When she reached the producer's office, it was empty. Instead, she found the executive director of Liu Royal Entertainment handing over a business card, while a representative from Liu Entertainment presented an authorization letter. The letter officially granted Shelley the cover rights for Heartstorm Rain. The staff double-checked the license and the unusual personal authorization, puzzled over Shelley's background. The producer then instructed the staff to notify Shelley that she could perform the song. Suddenly, Shelley herself appeared at the door, breathless, demanding confirmation. The producer gave her a firm answer. Yes, you can sing it. A secretary peeked her head in at the sound, hoping to catch a glimpse of the woman's face. But just then, someone shouted, Shelley, Time to touch up your makeup and change for the stage. Startled, the secretary lost balance and missed seeing Shelley's features. Shelley, meanwhile, was still skeptical. Why would Li Yu suddenly grant permission like this? During the break, as she changed outfits, her phone buzzed with a message from Brandon. It's our song. Use it as you please. Now the question is, when Shelley steps on stage, what do you want to see most? A. High notes soaring to the sky. B. Full-on dance mode. C. Sword dance brilliance. Vote in the comments or spam the chat with your pick.